2nd, 2025 regular board meeting of the Lenore County Board of Education is called to order. Chair recognizes Mr. Harvey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let us pray. May the words spoken in this room tonight be beneficial to the students, parents, staff, and administrators in our school system. And may we be led by the guiding principle to always base our decisions on the best interests of our young people. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Williams is recognized for the next agenda.
Members of the board, tonight it's my honor and privilege to present to you for your consideration and hopefully your approval of tonight's agenda.
Members have a chance to review the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the next agenda?
Mr. Chair. Motion to approve. I move to approve the June 2nd, 2025 regular monthly board meeting agenda as presented.
Motion by Mr. Hill to approve the agenda. There's a second? There's a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Outlaw. Chair calls for the vote on the next agenda. All those in favor, let it know, raise your right hand. Tonight's agenda is approved. You've had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve the minutes by Mr. Wiggins. There's a second. Second by Mr. Woods. Any discussion? Not, the vote is called. All those in favor of approving the minutes of the previous meeting, let me know by raising your hand. Minutes are approved. Mr. Williams is recognized for tonight's announcements and recognition.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the final week of the school year. We have made it. It's been a great year, but we are here in June 2025, and I just want to thank all of our teachers, our students, our other staff members, our parents, all the community members and stakeholders that are so much a part of this school system family for all of the hard work that you've done all year, day in and day out, supporting our kids and supporting our teachers and supporting our other staff members and really making this school system successful. You're amazing. We've had an outstanding year, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you on behalf of our school system for all that you've done and all that you'll continue to do. Because like I said, this is the last week of school and we're finishing strongly. We have our elementary and middle schools have completed testing and they're doing some follow-up testing today, and some additional testing, and the high schools have begun testing. It will be testing through the end of the week. And then we have 4 graduations this week. Lenore County Learning Academy will graduate this week. And then on Saturday, we have our 3 traditional high schools graduating. So much to be proud of. So proud of our kids. For each of the last 5 years, our kids have earned a record number of scholarship dollars. And we are certain that we will be probably, we're looking at projecting to be over the $30 million range. 33 is what Ms. McGann is just telling me might be the new number, 33 as of today. $33 million, and that's up. Those are not needs-based scholarships. If we factor those in, that number would be much higher. These are merit scholarships to some of the best colleges and universities in North Carolina and around the country. We could not be more proud of our young people for earning those. You'll see billboards go up after Saturday, after the traditional high schools graduate. We'll have 10 billboards on the poster boards, the smaller billboards around the Kinston area. You're familiar with seeing those. They'll go up with our kids. I've seen the graphics so far. A student from each high school, a representative. They look great. Can't wait to do that. And so proud of the kids. We've got a lot of tears of joy on Saturday. And just as we congratulate our high school seniors. So board members, I hope all of you will be able to make that for that special day. But again, thank you to the community and all of our stakeholders. for such a great school year. Still a lot of work to do this week, and also I mentioned elementary and middle having completed testing. They'll be having some awards days and some 5th grade promotion exercises and 8th grade promotion exercises, and so much going on. So thank you so much. All right, it's my honor tonight to present several. We didn't have any student staff recognitions last month. We had many, but we carried them over until this month. So we'll do double duty tonight with that. But just so much to be proud of. If you can see what we share here tonight and not be moved by what's happening in our classrooms, then I would say we need to talk, because it's just so apparent to me, and my heart is filled with joy and seeing what these young people are doing. It's truly, truly amazing. First, Ms. Ava Chapman from E.B. Frink Middle School was selected as a recipient of the prestigious Victor E. Bell Scholarship from CFNC, College Foundation of North Carolina, recognizing her outstanding achievements and bright future. She was chosen from more than 90 nominations across North Carolina. This program aims to encourage and assist high-potential North Carolina students to pursue post-secondary education. So an early scholarship. We tell all our kids to get their scholarship applications in early. That's early, middle school. So we're excited about her. So Ava, if you're here, if you come forward, please. Congratulations. Proud of you. And Mr. Britt from our Board of Education, I need to get you from there to you. We're very proud of you. Ava, come on, let's stand. We're so proud of you. And I want you to know you were the first middle school student this school year, not the first we've ever had, but one of very few, but the first one this year to receive a scholarship for college. And we couldn't be more proud. Great job. Students from across North Carolina involved in FCCLA excelled in family and consumer sciences. Some of us, we used to call it, teachers help me, didn't we call that home ec back in the day? We did. Family and Consumer Sciences excelled at State Leadership Conference in Greensboro this past spring. 9 students earned top state honors from FCCLA, which aims to provide students with opportunities for professional development and preparation for life after graduation. Congratulations to all of our students recognized. From Kinston High School in State Knowledge and Human Services category, in the top 3, Davion Kuntz and Zoe Bright. First place, Davion Kuntz. Will come up and accept on their behalf. Did you see that? This right here. Okay. You think she's up here too, right? Congratulations. Okay. All right. The chapter service project display, Camesia Moore and Shanteria Fields Silver. Job interview, Kaylin Morris Gold. 3rd place, Kaylin Morris. Advisors, Laura Dove and Miss Nadine Gordon, if you come up at the front. Salvador High School Spirit Award for District 2, Calizia Jose. Interior Design 2, Top 5, Samantha Nunez Suarez and Melissa Vidal Gasca. Advisors, Courtney Strickland and Yolan Titus. That is the one right there. Okay, let's go around the Titus. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, North Lenore High School, Camila Cisneros Perez was selected as the North Carolina FCCLA Vice President for Public Relations. Congratulations. Advisor, Ms. Brianna Baker. All right, Mr. Britt from our Board of Education. That's with the certificate. Perez? Congratulations. Plus it's the teacher.
You want to take
Congratulations, ladies. I mean, who helped get him. Great job. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, that's here.
David got two. Big time, this was his.
Not here. Anybody over there? Sorry. Some more. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Pretty proud of you.
Skills.
Congratulations, Dave.
Caitlin. And Caitlin.
Great job. Great job. All right, congratulations. Thank you, sir.
I can actually get all of you in. All right, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
At the NCFBLA State Leadership Conference, Future Business Leaders of America, Kinston High School students Zaria Newton, Savannah Wade, and Jada Hubbard won third place for their web banner, and Jayla Sessoms was a finalist in the help desk event. It was a great conference for the students, and congratulations to them. Are they? Yes. Ladies, come on up. Ladies also racked up at Awards Day a couple of weeks ago. Sorry.
A little bit perfect. All right, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
The Lawrence County Public Schools is proud to announce that Angela Corsaro of Southeast Elementary School has been named the district's School Nutrition Assistant of the Year, and Miss Linda Witherspoon of Pink Hill Elementary School has been named the School Nutrition Manager of the Year. Also, both women have been selected as statewide winners. Ms. Corsaro has been selected as the Employee of the Year, and Ms. Witherspoon has been chosen as the Manager of the Year by the North Carolina School Nutrition Association, a rare and remarkable honor that highlights the exceptional talent within our district. I want to tell you, we presented these awards, we went out with the prize patrol, and we have representatives there from their organization and NCDPI. And they were truly surprised. They were like, what are you guys doing here? And then they realized something was up. But not only were they our Employee and Manager of the Year, but the state of North Carolina came to recognize them as out of 115 school systems as being the best of the best for this year. And we're excited. So ladies, if you come forward. So Ms. Witherspoon, Ms. Corsaro, do y'all want to say very quickly what this award means to you? State level winner, big time, representing us at the state conference and going to the national conference, right?
Yes, yes.
You've been with us a long time.
Yes.
You and I have been knowing each other a long time.
You don't have to stretch the long. But that's a good thing.
I've known her for 5 minutes, but I like what I know already. So she's a newbie. So in those years of being a newbie, what would you say have been your reflections?
Well, first, I just gotta say I thank God for, taking me through these long years. And I love what I do. And that's the number one factor right there. I love feeding our kids. I love to cook. So what was so surprising to me was I was just caught off guard to see so many people out there. That was my aha moment. And I do thank each and every one of you for recognizing me. Amen. Praise God.
Great job.
It means a lot. I've only been in the school system here in Lamar County for 2 years, and I truly do love what I do, and I feel like it is a family, and we are there to fill the children, and I appreciate it.
A smiling face, a kind word for the kids. I mean, these were all in the nomination packets, what was said about these two ladies. And feeding our kids every day with a smile and a kind word. And hopefully it's an additional kind word that these kids have, but in some cases it might be the only smiling face and kind word that they have. So that's what they give every day. I'm so thankful for them. Okay.
Who's to your right? Just a little bit. All right. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Okay, selected from over 3,700 applicants worldwide, Ms. Jenna Van of Lenore County Early College is one of just 588 students chosen for the prestigious Summer Science Program in Bacterial Genomics at Pacific University. She was also selected, and that's the big thing, in genomics. Now you're gonna tell us, right, Jenna, about bacterial genomics?
Right now I'm not sure, but I'll learn that when I come back in
She's an outstanding student. We're very proud of her. She was also selected to attend North Carolina Governor's School, but she couldn't do both this summer, so she has chosen the national award over the state level honor, and so we're really excited for her. And it's going to be a great summer. So we honored our Governor's School kids a few weeks ago, a couple months ago, and Jenna was an alternate on that list, and she's now been selected. So we're really, really excited about her and about her future.
This way. Perfect. All right. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
You discovered something amazing, a new breakthrough with genomics, even though I'm not sure I know fully what it is. It sounds important. If you discover a breakthrough, will you come back and share that with us?
Of course.
I mean the money parts. No, we love Jenna. Thank you, Jenna. Okay, Rachel Noble of South Lenore High School continues to prove herself in academic excellence, and LCPS is proud to announce that she has been named a semifinalist for the highly selective U.S. Presidential Scholars Program for CTE, one of the nation's highest honors for high school students. Rachel is just one of 2 students from North Carolina who is moving on to the next round. We also honored Rachel as being a recipient of the prestigious Park Scholarship at NC State University, one of the nation's most prestigious scholarships. She's been a national winner in career and technical education competitions for South Lenore High School and their program there. Just could not be more proud of her. You'll be seeing her coming to a billboard near you. But just so proud. She's won everything from the public speaking to all the competitions in the FFA umbrella of leadership training competitions. So couldn't be more proud of you. And now a U.S. Presidential Scholars Program representative moving on to the national level representing us. Couldn't be happier for you. So congratulations. And for those of you, congrats. For those of you who don't know Rachel, she's a very humble young lady. Her teachers, her principal, everybody says that she is, what we use words like, is she the real deal? Yes, she is. We have so many wonderful children, but she is a young lady who's very humble. She said, well, look, I've done this, I've done that. She'll never tell you that. She always says it's the team, it's her teachers, it's the school, it's everybody who's poured into her. And, you know, that's great. Okay?
1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Great job. Thank you. You're our Park Scholar. You're our only Park Scholar this year. Most districts don't have a Park Scholar. What would you like to say to them?
Thank you, first of all, because obviously I couldn't have done it without all of you guys, all of your support, all of the things that you provide for this county that have allowed me to be successful and be involved in so many different things. And I'm very excited to go be not only just a Park Scholar, but a student at NC State. It's been a dream of mine for a long time, and having this other opportunity to be a semi-finalist for the Presidential Scholarship Program is really exciting as well. We are not sure we're going to find out the final results, but if I were to be chosen as a finalist, I would have the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. and be a part of that select group. So, a little eager to hear about that, but also really looking forward to what's ahead.
We're excited about it too. LCPS is excited to recognize E.B. Frank Middle School teacher Mr. Chadwick Stokes, who has been named the North Carolina Middle School Science Teacher of the Year by the North Carolina Council for Social Studies. This is Mr. Stokes' 5th statewide award since he began teaching in Lenore County Public Schools, and we couldn't be more proud of his achievements and all the innovation that he shows every day in working with our kids. Outside the box thinking. He's a reenactor. You're still working at Triumph Palace some?
More so here in Kinston.
A little bit. Nobody knows more about reenacting and the Revolutionary War and everything after that than Mr. Stokes, and he excites kids about learning about the same. So couldn't be happier for you. So now when do you, this is your 5th award? 5th award, and he continues board to choose LCPS, and I'm excited about that. He's had other opportunities outside Lenore County, continues to choose us. I'm excited about that. Dr. Moon, you come on and get into the photograph with us.
Appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Great job. Congratulations to Ms. Breonna Baker of North Lenore High School for being selected as a recipient of the FCCLA Advisor Mentor Award. This is a national recognition that is a reflection of Ms. Baker's outstanding leadership, dedication, and tireless support of new advisors within the FCCLA community. Ms. Baker, come on. Ms. Baker, while he's handing you that, you're mentoring new FCCLA teachers and students. Want to tell us about that?
Yes, so Dr. Jones shared that she really wanted all 3 high schools to have active FCCLA chapters, and so I said, I love a challenge. And so I spoke with Ms. Dove at the time, and Ms. Yolanda Titus, and of course our other teammates, and here we are today.
That's great. There are only 65 national teacher ambassadors that represent 28 states for FFA, and LCPS is proud to announce agriculture teacher at North Lenore High School, Ms. Elizabeth Espino, has been selected for this national honor. These teacher ambassadors serve as a resource for teachers nationwide, as well as exemplifying positivity and professionalism to over 13,000 FFA advisors across the United States. 13,000. Ms. Espino is just one of 5 teachers selected from North Carolina. Congratulations. I told you we had a lot to celebrate tonight, right?
1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
What does winning this mean to you and representing us at the national level?
Well, I'm super excited. If you knew me in high school, I was really active in the FFA, was state president in my sophomore year in college, and I love presenting workshops as a student, as a college student, so I'm super eager to continue that in professional development among my peers and colleagues, and represent LCPS in North Carolina.
Absolutely. Outstanding. LCPS is excited to recognize the new 25-26 Teacher of the Year, Ms. Tara Carroll from South Lenore High School. Ms. Carroll is a veteran teacher with 20 years of experience Oh, I remember when she was in high school. That makes me feel young, very young. Well, how did we say? Long years, right? All right. She's a veteran teacher with 20 years experience, returning to her roots in Lenore County a few years ago after working in Wake County Public Schools. Her selection as the next Teacher of the Year was announced at our annual banquet that celebrated the very best in LCPS. Congratulations, Ms. Tara Carroll. So proud. Now, Tara, you are known, your principal needs to come up, you are known for being a teacher who has earned the respect of her students while at the same time being firm, fair, and consistent. And you heard, if you were at the Teacher of the Year banquet, how she makes learning fun, writes poetry for her students, and tell them what subject you teach.
I teach math.
And she writes poetry in her math class and brings it in for her kids to get them excited about the learning. What would you like to say to the folks about being our Teacher of the Year for this year?
What an amazing honor. I'd like to thank the central office staff and all those involved in the selection process for just recognizing, I guess, in me what I sometimes can't see in myself. But I truly love being an educator. I'm very passionate about what I do. And I wanted to teach, I said before, I wanted to teach since high school, and I can't imagine doing anything else. So this is such an honor, and I'm truly grateful for this experience and opportunity to serve Lenore County this year. So
Thank you for what you do every day. We are proud of you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. LCPS had 3 schools go through the process. It's a year-long process of becoming North Carolina's STEM Schools of Distinction. Month-long endeavors that took dedication and hard work of multiple teams to showcase the best that our STEM education in Lenore County has to offer. We are proud to have all 3 schools, and I'm proud that in addition to these 3 schools earning this highest STEM honor, we've got 3, where's Dr. Harrell? We've got 3 schools loaded for next year. Hopefully we can bump that up. Maybe Dr. Harrell, 5 schools? I think I heard you say 5. She said 3. I heard 5. 5 more. Yeah, the negotiation process, right? Well, but we are adding more schools next year and then more the next year, hopefully being a completely STEM School of Distinction district. So excited for that. And if you don't know what that is, that's a comprehensive evaluation that your school goes through, just like the accreditation process, where they study teaching and learning and everything, and really how well you're immersing kids in STEM, strategies that engage minds, and thinking processes. So we're excited for them. We're proud to have all 3 schools, Contentia Savannah K-8 School, E.B. Freak Middle School, and Northwest Elementary School, that they are recommended for this incredible state distinction. We'll be going up to the State Board of Education meeting in the fall, September, I believe, could be as late as October, and be presented with that by the state superintendent and the State Board of Education. So we're really thrilled for that statewide honor. While these recommendations do not guarantee an official designation, we would like to celebrate and honor the hard work that our staff members have put into this process. So I asked the principals and the STEM chairpersons and leads who were here, because it took a whole team, and yes, I do mean all of you who were a big part of that and leading that, plus Dr. Harrell here from our team, to come up at this time. And Northwest Elementary School, Contentia Savannah K-8 School, and E.B. Frank Middle School. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, Dr. Harrell, Dr. Walston, Ms. Eubanks, no stress now, but you guys were the picture of stress when you were going through this. You made it look easy, but there was a lot to it, folks, and they fared very well in this. Would any of you like to say anything about that process?
We're glad it's over.
All right, let's rewind. Okay. About what a rewarding process it was.
It was, we did a lot of reflection, and we learned a lot during the process about what we were already doing and how to even make it better. So it was definitely a team effort, and it was it was a growing experience.
At one school at Northwest, I believe, was it 12 classrooms we visited. At Contently Savannah, even more, maybe 15 classrooms. This wasn't a drive-by evaluation, folks. This was a deep dive into teaching and learning at these schools, and I was very proud of what they saw. So great job. Dr. Harrell, get in here. Dr. Harrell led this process at the district level for us.
Congratulations.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think she's going to move us over there.
Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Great job. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That concludes my report.
Congratulations to all participants.
Chair.
Wait a minute. I would like to also say congratulations to two excellent athletic teams that participated this past weekend in state championships. The North Lenore softball team
South Lenore baseball.
and the South Lenore baseball team. They came up just short, but they carried Lenore County towards the excellence to the next levels.
And they made history, and Mr. Chairman, we'll be doing a billboard. I'll announce here, Ms. McGann is searching for it. I want a double billboard, a billboard for each, maybe the one out by Skinner's Bypass that we have Teacher of the Year and Principal of the Year on, but a billboard for each of the teams, or maybe the one down here where White Owl Motor Company used to be. But we do intend to do a team picture of each, celebrating them and their accomplishments this year.
Mr. Hill.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As I have stated before, student and staff recognition is my favorite part of the monthly board meeting. I applaud the students and the staff for their hard work, dedication, and determination. I'm always amazed by the continuing efforts that are constantly being put forth by the students and staff to reach high standards, lofty expectations, and an elevated level of, an elevated level of excellence. I, as a parent of 4 graduates of Lenore County Public Schools, a citizen of Lenore County, and a board member of the Lenore County Board of Education, am proud of the students and staff of the Lenore County Public School System and the accomplishments and successes that they have achieved. We have outstanding students who not only are successful here, but also when they graduate and pursue their future endeavors, whether it be continuing their education, entering the workforce, or the military. I thank you for all of you for your efforts.
Anyone else? Before we go into this, we do not have anyone sign up for public comments, but I do want to thank each of you for taking up your time to spend it with us this evening. And we always like to recognize Mrs. Seafoot from the City Council, but very grateful to each of you for your participation tonight. We'll now move to the presentation section of the agenda with the EV Spring Construction Management Company's presentation. Mr. Hardy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, board members. Now, I know to your displeasure, you will not hear an E.B. Frank Middle School construction update from yours truly tonight. Instead, you will just have to settle for the true experts that are responsible for making this $50 million dream into fruition. Tonight, we are excited to offer an update from our construction management team, Metcom, the team led by Vice President Mike Kanishka. We'll share with you where we've been, where we are now, and most importantly, when will dirt begin to move in LaGrange. I want to thank the entire team from Metcon. They all have been first-class partners throughout this process thus far, and I anticipate nothing but their very best as we continue to move forward. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize Mr. Jeffrey Turns, who is here, who serves as our construction manager. He has worked tirelessly with the Metcon team, offering support and knowledge that has been truly helpful. Additionally, Ms. Miyuki Keller from our architect firm, SFLA, is here tonight. Her guidance has been beneficial to our work as well. Mike?
Thank you very much, Mr. Harvey, Board Chair, members of the board. Dr. Williams, thank you for this opportunity to share what is going to be great news. We are under budget, and you are going to have a tremendous facility. So I would like to just, you have a package that was submitted to you as part of your board package, but I would just like to hit a couple of the highlights. Sorry to have my back. You don't mind?
Ready?
Yes. So we've been working with SFLA and UP for the last 20 years, and just an excellent relationship. How many projects completed at UP between our firms?
I don't even remember the number.
Close to 60 or 70 projects we've completed together over the years, and just outstanding partnership. And it shows in the end results of the products. And what you see here is our team that has been working on this project. Obviously, SFLA has been working a lot longer than we have, but Miyuki and Dottie Sloan with SFLA have been great partners. Our team, and I'd like them to stand up in the back, starting with Lou Guzman, your project executive. He'll be doing these meetings and sharing these updates with you on a monthly basis. We have our lead project manager, David Jackson, Rachel Dowdy, our superintendent, assistant superintendent, and Stefan Jones, and Andrea Sanders, our assistant, our project manager. We also have tonight, who I'd like to give personal thanks to, Andrea Avery, who's been our lead estimator, our lead pre-construction manager, and I attribute a lot of the success in the bidding to her efforts. I think bidders have been called more by her than anyone other construction manager in North Carolina marketing this job, and the results show that. So.
Before we go too much longer, I also just, I don't know when we want to talk about the relationship and sort of. Okay, well, and so I think that something to note is just the concept of what this relationship with this team is going to look like and how we're going to be serving you. Metcon is obviously, their team's going to be constructing the building on a day-to-day basis, is going to be working closely with our team and your team to keep you up to date and make sure that you understand the ins and outs of the process, understanding the construction activities, as he had mentioned, the type of progress that's going to be going on. Our team is going to be working on a daily basis, hand in hand with them, to make sure that we understand that everything that is going on is meeting the document specifications, making sure that we're on the same page about the quality that's going on, and making sure that we are, again, reviewing the budgets with them and making sure that we're holding everyone accountable. So we're really a three-part team to make sure that you understand what's going on, and then we are then able to help that communication continue throughout the entire process. So really looking at us as a team, and then the three of us as all of us as one team, and we really try and do that, and our close relationship, I think, helps us do that as well.
Very good. Please. So this is not meant to give you an eye test, but this is the summary of what's in your book on the second section, which is a summary of the GMP. And just want to hit a couple highlights of this. We did not have to take any value engineering, meaning the project was not watered down in any way. In fact, we were able to provide some additional enhancements to the project. For example, we were able to get the preferred HVAC vendors, preferred vendors of your choice in that. We were able to also provide the opportunity to go with terrazzo throughout the school in the public areas, as opposed to luxury vinyl tile. And just the product itself it's durable, it's beautiful, it will last forever, and as opposed to LVT, which was in the original budget. So we're very pleased to share with you that you have enough money to go ahead, and it's included in this guaranteed maximum price should you choose it, to go with the terrazzo. In addition, we were able, in the site work package, we were able to get you heavy-duty paving for the entire project, as opposed to the standard grade asphalt. That will last and be durable for the buses throughout. And with that, I'd like to give you just an overall summary of the cost of work breakdown. The GMP breakdown is comprised of a cost of work. These are our costs that are included with the bidders. All the bidders' costs are associated with the $39 million. Contingencies, owner allowances, this is basically your protection, and I'll come back and talk about that later. Our
You're
fees,
used to seeing the 57 million or something close to that. Let me explain. The money that we've already spent prior to drawing down any funds, any grant funds, we're just now starting to draw down the grant funds of 52 million, and that has to match of 5%, which is 2.6, which is 54.6 million. That's the grant and all that. The other money that we spent prior on design fees, and because we've been working on this for months and months and months and months, that was already spent, the 2.6 million. So that's not reflected in here. This should be just what's drawing down from the grant.
yes. Good. Our CM fees, general conditions, the cost of us being there, the bonding, the insurance, the project performance bonding is $5.2 million. Our total GMP, what we're asking for approval to get started, to start moving dirt around on the site and issue contracts to the subcontractors so we can do that, is $49,707,456. That would be our contract amendment that we would add to the contract we currently have in place. The soft costs are unallocated costs. These are some of these costs include your architectural fees, but also additional contingencies, allowances, and those sorts to get us to the $54.6 million. Just how we got here, as we shared earlier, we marketed this job. There's a reason why you're significantly under budget is because I'm proud of it. We out-hustled other projects bidding at the same time. We marketed this project. We pre-qualified 200 bidders. We had multiple bidders per bid package. We had 37 bid packages. We had 5, 6, 7 bid people bidding the job. So that showed this project had a lot of interest, and as a result, had a lot of reflected in the pricing we received. Well, we scoped out every bidder to make sure that they had the right scope. And we actually found 5 bidders that their scope was not complete, meaning they would have probably came back for change orders or something to that effect. Well, we disqualified them and moved on to the second lowest bidder, and did not, because the bids were so tight, we didn't increase the total GMP by much. The only one exception that we made, and we rebid twice, was the site work. We had a sense that we weren't getting the best site work numbers. We had to approach site work very conservatively. We had the site as unclassified. And just a brief description of what unclassified is, it means that the bidder is responsible for all the risk of the dirt. Since this is a field site, we're bringing actual dirt in from the borrow pit right next door. That risk was pretty minimal. But what we were doing is we were basically allowing the subcontractors to inflate their bid arbitrarily for risks that they probably wouldn't have. So we took that out. We took on that risk. And as a result, we were able to save another $500,000 in that process. One of the things that Dr. Williams asked me to stress is your protection against change orders or anything like that increases to the budget. And I will tell you, I've been doing this for over 35 years. I've never have done a project so far under budget where we can offer you significant allowances and contingencies, belt and suspenders to protect you from ever seeing a change order on this project. And those are
along with Darrington Smith did say, because I asked him just on balance, what do you think about it? And he said the same thing, that it's dramatically under budget, and that it almost never happens, and that's a great thing, of course.
Correct. It was the allowances, the CM contingency. You also have some unallocated dollars that we'll share with you, what you can do with some of those unallocated dollars. This is a typical K-12 project. What we have noticed in the last 5 years is these project budgets are put together so tight that school districts don't have enough for technology and FF&E. They have to hope and get another grant in order to pay for those things. Their contingencies are small, so the CMR contingency, the allowances, and the owner contingency is 5%. Now let's show you your project. Dramatically different. You have not only a very strong technology and FF&E budget, what was 0 for other schools is 6% for you. You have allowances of 10%, owner contingency of 4%, very healthy. And what that means is that you're going to be able to get more scope, more value than in any other school who's the last 5 years. And we're very proud to be able to deliver that to you.
And just to go back, just so you understand, technology and FF&E, those are items that, again, is going to be, when it comes to the budget, that's going to be any sort of new computers, any sort of new TVs, and then FF&E includes furniture. So that's your entire furniture package.
We had cut the furniture budget when the budget was really tight early on.
That is correct.
Prior to even really starting down this road, we had cut the projected budget for furniture, for instance, and technology back. We've been able to go back and add to them and make it what it ought to be.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think even more than what it should be, actually. And I think you guys are going to be very pleased with the type of quality that you're going to be able to get and how long it's going to take you into the future and be able to sustain you. So I think this is really going to help and benefit the project long into the future. So.
Absolutely. If you could just take a mental picture of that and look at the green, the light green in that photograph, in that pie chart. Now flip backwards and see that green is soft cost. Your soft costs are significantly less than your typical project, which again means that you have more opportunity to put scope in this project. So, page 2, please. One more. Real quickly, contingencies, typical is 2. We're actually taking on more risk as your construction manager. We cut our contingency in half. Go ahead. Allowances, typical 2%, we're at 10%. Owner contingencies, 4% compared to the typical 1%. So that's just a summary of the opportunity here.
And I think that just displays, again, the type of protection that you guys have. And I know that a big concern is making sure that, even though it is under budget, making sure that there's no reason for us to have to come back and ask for anything. All of those allowances, making sure that we have the contingency as well. Having that buffer allows us to make sure that there's not going to be a reason for there to be a request any further.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just wanted to touch briefly on one of those opportunities that you have, which is this is already included in the GMP. So if you would like to take the terrazzo out, it's only going to lower the GMP amount by that corresponding amount. But we recommend it as a much superior product over LVT. LVT can go down in a day, but terrazzo will take weeks to do, but it will last forever. And it just has a dramatically different effect on the school aesthetics, and it's low maintenance, and you're not going to replace it like you would have to do LVT in 10, 15 years or less.
This is definitely something that our team is recommending. I know that Metcon prefers it in terms of just longevity as well, but I think it's something that your team should really think about when it comes to how long you think this school is going to be around and the type of maintenance that you're going to want to have. Is this something, LVT, while it is a good product, the type of product that we have specified is meant for these types of applications, there's a reason that you see terrazzo in high traffic areas that like airports. And you see these in older schools. There are schools that we're renovating that are almost 100 years old in some areas, and they still have terrazzo that is in good condition. So I think that you have an opportunity to install this, and it might impact some of our schedule. That is a reality, but I really want you to think about what it can do and the type of aesthetic and quality that you're going to be able to obtain in this.
We asked for terrazzo up front. That was
Yes.
one of the initial things that we asked for, but it had to be removed from consideration because the cost is so astronomical. But now we can't afford to put that in, and we certainly would recommend it. In the couple of schools where we have terrazzo, it looks brand new. When all you got to do is clean it and wax it, and it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to all the allowances and contingencies that we share with you, we are also including in our guaranteed maximum price an owner added scope allowance of just under $1.8 million. That means is that we have $1.8 million that is not defined. That's your money to spend however you want, whether you want to add ball fields, whether you wanted to add energy requirements, whatever you would like to add, that's your money to spend. Our fee does not change. Whatever dollar you add, our fee is fixed. So if you were to add that $1.8 million to additional scope, our fee would not change. None of the soft costs, GCM soft costs change. Our bond doesn't change. Our insurances don't change because they're already figured in. So every dollar, meaning every $1.8 million, is strictly going to go into the ball fields and design services. In order, if you were to go down the path of ball fields or something to that effect. Schedule-wise, this is the schedule that we published with the bid schedule. I want to call your attention to the top 3 lines. Notice to proceed. We would love to have notice to proceed tonight. That way we can award contracts and get folks and actually do something meaningful this month, such as starting the borrow pits, moving some dirt, putting some erosion control measures up, site fence, and actually start progressing the work even further faster.
I think you said you could do that almost right away, right?
We can do it right away. We have our contracts ready to go. We're not authorized to issue any contracts until the board approves our contract. So we could be out there as soon as the subcontractor can prove that they have insurances in place. We can proceed with that. But our substantial completion, our occupancy, I should say, our time to turn over the building to you, to move your furniture in, your equipment in, to do your low voltage and things, is December 23rd. Most school districts that we have had need about 45 days to get their building acclimated and moved in. And that would put us at about a February 1st, first day of school in our schedule. If we were to take the terrazzo option, we would extend it by 2 more months. So we'd be looking at in April first day of school start. Again, it's obviously an inconvenience to start school in the middle of the school year. And so that's something obviously you may want to take into consideration. But the benefits, I think, of having a product that lasts forever is something to weigh in on that as well.
And something to also think about that transition time is you're thinking also, you're not moving everything in one school to the other. You're going into a school that is fully furnished, all of your technology, new everything. So really the only transition that you're doing is the actual physical people and students, and then anything that a teacher wants to bring themselves in to personalize their own space. So the type
way to expedite, I think the 2 months is the problem, because we promised the public and the board and everybody a second semester occupancy. And really, if we're talking April or later, that's the end of the year, end of grade testing. I mean, it's just, that makes no sense. Is there any way to expedite the terrazzo? We definitely, I can't speak for the board, but I definitely would recommend to the board that we definitely want that. It lasts forever, and it's very low to no maintenance. So how could we, is there any way to expedite that?
There's acceleration of that you can do with the project schedule. Now, acceleration is going to cost money in order to expedite the project, but that might require working weekends, working second shifts in order to make that happen. But it's doable.
Yeah.
It's
that
definitely
free
doable.
time, money, quality. You know, we want to.
How much money are you talking?
It's hard to say. I would have put that probably in the range of $500,000 of what we would probably have to consider in terms of the exposure, because when we're compressing the schedule, it'll be this is what the bidders bid, and we're certainly going to do everything we can to expedite the project, but there's only so much we can do with the time that we have.
And that would come from our $1.8 million that we have.
Potentially.
Come out of that, yes.
Potentially, yeah. There are some other areas that could come from. You guys do have a healthy contingency. That is something that you can decide to use if you want to allocate that money towards something else. And again, I think that that's something that doesn't necessarily have to be decided right now, but that is something that can be decided upon execution. Again, you guys have the funds
And
to
that
be
was the
able
whole
to do
point
that.
of the contingency being
Yes.
there, to allow flexibility. after the initial thing to make decisions.
Yeah, and again, your contingency is much higher than most projects, so you have, and again, the contingency a lot of times is used for if there is things that you, and honestly, it's for things that you want to change later on in the project. It gives you the flexibility to say, hey, we actually want to do X, Y, and Z. We have enough allowances within the project that you can really do all those things anyway, as well as that additional $1.7 million. So that contingency is an option. So I think there is flexibility to be able to do some of that. And again, that's going to take some strategy later on that obviously we'll work with your team and MetCon to make sure that it's acceptable, but that is an option.
And we're still near the same timeline that we were on. This is a very clear variable related to this type of flooring choice. But we're still near, we had that compression from the delays that we had in getting an agreement, getting the land basically. So this, at one point it was looking like it might be delayed through the end of that school year. And now we're still close, we're delivery to us by keys turned over by before Christmas. And that was, that's a couple of months, 3 months off what was originally projected, so that's not bad.
As well as we had to unfortunately redesign the entire plumbing and sewer system as well. So that again caused delay due to some issues that we had to work through with the town of LaGrange. So we've had quite a few hurdles that we've overcome gladly, and we're still in a really wonderful position considering all of the hurdles and obstacles that the team has had to go through.
Yes. Also outside, what's not included in our GMP is another $350,000 of owner contingency outside the GMP. So everything that I just shared with you, there's another $350,000 outside of that. That was kind of like the break glass in case of emergency contingency for you if you ever wanted to bring scope into our GMP. That would be a change order. To bring dollars that are outside of the GMP into the GMP. Like I said, with the amount of contingencies that you have constructed in our GMP, it would not be considered by Department of Public Construction as a change order. So we pride ourselves on zero change orders turning over these projects. That would be your decision what you wanted to do with that money. And finally, just briefly, our site logistics plan. This is hard to see, I apologize, but there's a copy in your book of how we're going to comport ourselves on site. And the borrow pit was going to be over to the far top right-hand side. That's where we're going to be harvesting dirt to build the building pad. And that was a project savings of $500,000 using the borrow pit in lieu of importing fill. And how we'll basically stay behind that white dotted line, which is our site fence, and how we're going to bring water in. This project has geothermal wells on it, which require a lot of water for installation. So we're going to be drilling 3 water wells that you can use and perhaps water the site for maintenance. And that basically concludes what I had prepared. We're prepared to answer any questions that you may have at this time.
I do have one question.
Ms. Davis.
Under the permits and regulatory approvals, down at the bottom, it's got DOT, NCDOT listed in red, and it says waiting on final approval from the town of LaGrange. Do you foresee any problems?
We do not see any problems coming with that. We actually have already gotten a conditional acceptance from DOT. It's literally something that they just have to sign, and Sean has been very agreeable to being able to move that forward. And if anything, I think we might actually already have that. So we do not anticipate any further issues with permitting. So we're actually ready to pull the actual building permit as soon as the GMP is signed. So Lenore County has it waiting and ready.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I recognize Dr. Amy Jones for Workforce Night Lenore.
Good evening. Thank you for having me tonight. I'm very excited to talk to you about Workforce Ignite Lenore. Workforce Ignite Lenore is Lenore County's premier career jumpstart program designed to bridge the gap between education and the workforce for high school students. As a part of the comprehensive K-12 career development continuum, this program integrates college readiness, job shadowing, and hands-on career exploration. In high school, students engage in a more personalized career discovery process through interest inventories and one-on-one career planning sessions. We've cultivated strong partnerships with local businesses to provide students with real-world, paid work experiences through internships and youth apprenticeships. These opportunities allow students to gain valuable on-the-job training while earning both a paycheck and high school credits. In collaboration with Lenore Community College, the High School Career and Technical Education Program helps students align their coursework with their intended career pathways, ensuring a seamless transition into the workforce or post-secondary education. With our Business Advisory Council and the Lenore County Manufacturers Association and Economic Development Region, we've established a network of business and industry partners creating a broad range of career pathways for students. Internships and apprenticeship opportunities span multiple fields, including business, marketing, education, maintenance, engineering, welding, and more. Some programs are available during the summer while others extend throughout the school year. This was our flyer for our summer programming opportunities, so it's very tiny. I'm sorry about that. This summer, we are very excited to announce the expansion of our paid student work, internship, and apprenticeship experiences. This year's internship partners include FRC East, Kinston Public Works, Downey's Bird Dogs baseball team. Youth apprenticeship opportunities are available through programs such as Smithfield Food Seed Program, which they're signing tonight, and Crown Equipment Corporation, and Lenore County Public Schools. The Crown Apprenticeship in particular offers students a guaranteed job upon high school graduation and successful completion of the program, providing a direct pipeline from education to career success. To prepare students for success in these roles, career development coordinators at each school provide guidance on career interest assessments, resume building, and interview preparation. They also facilitate mock interviews, career readiness training, and workplace goal setting to ensure students develop the skills needed to thrive in these professional environments. And these are just some examples of the announcements that were publicized for our students. They're publicized at the school level as well as on our district social media so that all students had the opportunity to get information regarding these programs. This summer, we are pleased to announce that we have 44 students who will be engaged in paid work-based learning experiences at 5 different sites. Additionally, the Crown Apprenticeship and Kinston Public Works internship students will be able to continue their work experience into the next school year. Last summer, for context, we had 16 paid student work opportunities. This year we have 44, so that's a tremendous increase. Really proud of the work that we're doing with career opportunities for our students. This year,
the program started off making in the 50s as 18-year-olds.
It's incredible.
Great.
This year, we are celebrating our summer work-based learning students with a signing day. We would like to invite you to our celebration this Wednesday, June the 4th at 4:30 p.m. and we'll host the signing day here at Central Services in the lobby and in the boardroom. So hopefully you all can come and see. You don't have to stay the whole time, but we'd love for you to come and celebrate our workforce development students. And we would like to say a great big thank you to our amazing business partners this year who have supported our students by hosting individual student work-based learning experiences. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact us. We're happy to talk with you about these experiences and what we have available to students. But we just anticipate the more successful our students are in these experiences, the more the program is going to grow and develop. So very excited for our students this summer. Do you have any questions?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Everyone, good night. This is Mrs. Lynch for the AIG plan for 25-28.
Good evening. Tonight, I'm presenting the Lenore County Public Schools AIG draft plan. This plan is submitted to the board every 3 years per NCDPI requirements. Tonight, this plan is submitted for board study, and I will seek approval of the plan at the next board meeting. Article 9B of North Carolina General Statutes provides the rationale for identifying and serving gifted students. And the North Carolina AIG program standards have been developed to serve as a statewide framework and guide public school units to develop, coordinate, and implement a thoughtful and comprehensive program. Tonight, I've provided you with the Lenore County Public Schools draft AIG plan, a copy of the North Carolina AIG program standards, and a summary document that highlights the essential elements of the plan and a few specific updates. I appreciate your time tonight, and I encourage you to reach out to me with any questions that you have over the next month as you review the plan, and I'm also happy to answer any that you might have tonight.
Well, look over it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Harvey and Ms. Turner recognized for the child nutrition vendor information 2526.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As Ms. Turner comes forward to share with you the latest vendor bid and selection process for the 2025-2026 school year, I'll remind you that LCPS joined the Coastal Coalition Consortium a few years ago to reduce cost of foods and products by bidding as a group versus individually. Unfortunately, we have still experienced a rise in cost of food and products that we depend upon daily to serve our students. Ms. Turner will present this as an agenda item tonight as information, and we hope to bring it back before you at our next meeting for your approval. Ms. Turner will be glad to answer any questions you may have tonight or before the June 30th meeting. And I'll have Ms. Turner share any information she has also.
Good afternoon. So every year we come together for vendors for the new school year, and I can't believe we're already here again, but we are. So we ended up having to do a new bid for our food distributor. And so we did put out 4 bids to 4 different companies, and 3 declined to bid. So now we have Cisco of Raleigh. So that is, we have them once again. We have had them for many years now. And then also our supplies. We also put bids out for that as well. We had like 3 other companies bid, and it was very close, but Cisco got it again. So, and then we decided as a group to put out a new milk bid to check all the prices. And because all of our food costs are going up so much that we wanted to be sure, and we felt like it was a good business decision to put that out there. And pet dairy was off by $50,000. So Mayola got it once again. So all of the paperwork has been turned in to you all for action for approval for next year for these vendors. Hershey ice cream is in its last year of renewal. Chemicals is in year 3. We have 1 more year to go. R&H, we have 1 more year to go. Hobart, we are in year 1 renewal, which we put out a new bid last year. Harold Office Supply, we always base it on 3 quotes, but more times than ever, they're local and they do a good job for us, and you can't beat it. So, and Smart Mouth Pizza, we're in year 3 renewal, so we have 1 more to go. So I have included all the paperwork, all the new bid paperwork, all the renewals for action for next board meeting for approval.
Thank you, Ms. Turner. All right.
All right, thank you.
Financial report, Ms. Hooker.
Good evening. Presented tonight is the May 2025 financial report. The report summarizes budget and year-to-date activity for all Lenore County Board of Education funds as of May 31st, 2025. It also presents the local current expense fund balance as of the same time frame. So you will notice there was a decrease in the local current expense fund balance, and that was due to the certified teacher supplements being paid in May. But if you'll notice from last year, we're still in good shape because we're above where we were last year after the supplements were paid. So if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them for you.
Any question on my report? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll move to the action portion of the agenda. First item is the CTE local application for funding. Dr. Jones.
All right. Good evening again. So I'm coming before you tonight to ask approval for the CTE local application as presented at last month's board meeting. This application must be submitted to DPI in order to receive and use state and federal funds for CTE programs and services, including PRCs 13, 14, and 17. Do you have any questions I can answer for you?
Is open for a motion to approve the CTE local application as presented.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the Career and Technical Education local application for funding for the 2025-2026 school year as presented.
We have a motion by Mr. Hill. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Britt. Is there discussion? Not, the vote is called. All those in favor, let them raise your hand. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Mr. Loretti, Assistant Children's Director with the 2025-26 Assessment of Children's Contracts.
Good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to present for your approval several contracts crucial to supporting our students with special needs for the 25-26 academic year. First, we seek approval for psychological services provided by Coastal Kids Evaluation Services. This contract, valued at $90,000, will support psychoeducational assessments for students referred for evaluation. Second, we are requesting approval for speech services from two providers. Tar Heel Human Services, with a total contract of $250,000, will provide services through 2 licensed speech therapists and 1 speech language therapist assistant. These services include screenings, evaluation, therapy, planning, and Medicaid documentation. The second provider is Kinetic Pediatric Therapy, with a contract totaling $98,000. Will also provide speech services through a licensed speech therapist and a therapy assistant, covering the same scope of services. Finally, we are presenting a contract with the Interpreter Network for $150,000 to provide 2 sign language interpreters for a deafblind student. This student support is essential to ensure the student has full access to the general curriculum. These contracts are vital to ensuring compliance with federal mandates and, more importantly, to meeting the diverse needs of our exceptional children. Thank you for your consideration. I welcome any questions.
Any questions? If not, the floor is open for a motion to approve the contracts.
Mr. Chair.
Ms. Davis.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve the exceptional children's contracts as presented.
I have a motion by Mrs. Davis to approve the contracts. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second by Dr. Oliver Starkey. Any further discussion? Not, the vote is called. All those in favor of approving the contract, let them know by raising your hand. The contracts are approved.
Thank you.
Mrs. Beverly Key is recognized for application for federal funding.
Good evening, Board Chair and Board members. I come before you this evening to seek approval for federal funding for the 2025-26 school year. These funds will provide additional instructional support and other services to help students and teachers meet high-quality standards as set forth in Every Student Succeeds Act. The programs include, but are not limited to, Title I, Part A, improving academic achievement of the disadvantaged. Title I, Part C, which is our migrant education. Title I, Part D, prevention and intervention programs for children and youth who are neglected, delinquent, and or at risk, which are our Kennedy Home students. Title II, Part A, training and recruitment. High-quality teachers and principals. Title III, language acquisition. Title IV, student support and academic enrichment. And finally, the comprehensive support and improvements, which we've referred to as CSI funds, for Lenore County Learning Academy and Northeast. I welcome any questions that you may have.
Any questions, Ms. Key? Now, the floor is open for a motion to approve the application for federal funds for the 25-26 school year.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Hill.
I move to approve the application for federal funds for the 2025-2026 school year as presented.
I have a motion by Mr. Hill. Is there a second? I have a second by Mr. Woods. No further discussion. All those in favor, let it know by raising your hand. Thank you. Floor is now open for a motion to enter closed session.
Mr. Chairman, I have a quick question. Before we do that, is there any way we can move 5A, from presentation, the E.B. Frank Construction Management Company presentation? Is there any way we can move that into an action item so that we can go ahead and vote on that and get them started instead of waiting another 28 days?
I stand to be corrected, but we will have to amend the agenda to move up to the action portion of the agenda.
Let me pull up the policy real quick. It may take a higher threshold vote after the meeting has started. I want to make sure I get that right. So bear with me a moment.
I move the board to approve the CMP subject to Tharrington Smith reviewing and approving. The board could approve, could give us authority to approve the CMP.
Right.
Subject to Tharrington Smith's review and recommendation.
So your policy says that at any time during the meeting, the board may vote to delete items from the agenda, but may add items only in exceptional circumstances upon the vote of at least 4 members. I would say that even though the item is on the agenda, moving it from an information item to a voting item would fall under that. So if the board believes that it's exceptional circumstances and 4 members of the board are in favor of it, then you can do that.
I would say with the condition of final approval and recommendation.
Right, I'm just addressing the question of can it be added to the agenda first, and then.
Let's give Ms. Davis a wording for the motion.
So it would be a motion to amend the agenda to add an action item addressing the E.B. Frank Construction Management contract. Say that would be the item, and then if the item is added to the agenda, there could then be a motion. So I think first the board needs to decide whether to add that item to the agenda.
Ms. Davis?
I make a motion to amend the agenda and add the action item addressing the E.B. Frank contract to tonight's agenda.
You've heard the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second by Dr. Allen Stockade. The motion as presented and seconded is now on the floor. All those in favor, let no more raise your right hand. Those opposed? Motion carries 5-2. Okay.
Okay, and then, Mr. Williams, if I heard you correctly, the motion would be to approve
Our recommendation was to give Tharrington Smith one more, because I mean, they've already reviewed it, obviously, and we've gone through negotiations with them and all that, but basically, we wanted the board tonight to have some look at this and consideration of this before approving the final agreement. So I would say I would recommend that in the motion, we put in there, subject to the final review of Tharrington Smith and recommendation, endorsement of Tharrington Smith.
Ms. Davis,
Yes, sir.
your motion.
I make a motion that we recommend to Tharrington Smith upon final review, moving forward with the proposed construction management presentation and signing off to move forward.
You've heard the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Allen Stockade. Is there further discussion?
Yeah, could you repeat the motion now? I want to make sure I understand what we're voting on.
Explain your motion.
The motion is to recommend to Darrington Smith that we move forward with the project subject to their final review so that we can get the project started instead of waiting 28 more days.
So I think the motion would be to approve the contract subject to the final review of Darrington Smith. Ms. Davis,
Do we understand what's going on here?
Okay, I just want to make sure that I was reflecting what.
Yes.
I understand the motion, but what's already in place with, because it's a Metcon contract, right? We already have something in place with it.
We do. We've got a contract with them, but this is a guaranteed maximum price agreement.
So this is the ultimate one.
Right. This is where we had a meeting last week, this past week with them, and we did a deep dive. It was a 4-hour meeting. Went through line by line the entire budget from everything that's going to be in the project, materials, everything, and really looked at it from a cost, through a cost lens, and then cross-reference that with the overall projected costs, and that's how they came up with the under budget numbers that they were giving you. And so this would be sort of locking them into what they're saying it will cost.
And this does not obligate us on the recommendation on how to use any excess funds.
In fact, that was one of the things that they worked with Rod Malone at Darrington Smith on, creating this line item that would allow for flexibility either in purchasing different types of materials, upgrading, if you will, adding different things, or having the flexibility not to, and just not to spend that money.
I'm trying to think, would there be any reason to wait? It seems like we're ready to get them going.
There is not a reason to wait. No.
All right.
You're looking at a 30-day delay.
Right. Let's go. All right, and just curiosity on the occupancy, they listed February, I think, as the move-in. That's already encroaching on that semester.
It is.
Is that terrible? If we wait until the next call, rather than trying to rush in?
Well, that would be a decision we could make. We're trying, there's a lot of excitement out there, and we could work with the school and the parents and get a recommendation from them. We were just trying to get this year's 6th graders in there by the time they finish and walk across the stage for promotion. But that would be a decision we could make. It sounds like if we choose to select Terrazzo as flooring for much of the facility, that really is a 2-month delay. And where that delay comes into place, because we asked Mr. Harvey, Ms. Herring, and I asked that question last week in the deep dive meeting, it's just really labor intensive on pouring it and preparing the surface.
And you don't necessarily want to phase in moving this grade over, moving this grade, if it's progressing through the footprint, I guess.
They state a standard 40, I think she said 48 days is the window that they give. It possibly, according to them, could be done much more quickly, depending on, because they'll turn it over the 23rd. And we've gone through this process before. We went through this with Contentia Savannah K-8 school, moving from the old school. And we did it largely during Christmas, and it wasn't quite ready to move in right after Christmas. So there was a time in January when it was fully occupied. So same type of thing, but we thought our rationale was, well, we inhabited or they turned over the keys in December for CSS. We were able to move in over Christmas and during January. They weren't figuring any of that time during the holidays. But see, that's not on them and the numbers they were quoting on overtime. That would be us and our staff. So we have flexibility in that. So they didn't do that during the holidays, but we did in CSS. Dr. Jones was working there then, Ms. Morris, and they can tell you that, was it a January?
It was, we came in, we moved over Christmas break, like they said, all the furniture and everything was there, but the personal items and the room decorations, we did that over.
And our plan was to do the same thing, but they projected, just using their raw number of, their boilerplate number of 48 days, they were projecting February 1st. So we were very pleased with that number because it was close to what originally had been projected. And then this variable just came up just literally this week. this past week, it came up about Terrazzo and the delay, and the cost differential seems more attractive if possible now, but the downside is you're talking about a 2-month window there. But if you could save some of that time during the holidays and you're not talking about April, you're talking about March, then you have a decision to make. So I think the number they quoted for expediting the project is, in my opinion, would be cost prohibitive, but yeah.
And I don't want to get bogged down in, a month slide. There's a lot of dirt and bricks to move over the next 18 months or so. Okay.
But it is really exciting that it would be possible to move in during that second semester as we have planned almost from the beginning. From the beginning, it was first is the beginning of school, and then quickly it shifted to by the end of the first semester, and still tonight it's a December 23rd turnover keys date, and that's pretty good. So I was pleased with that. The only difference is talking about this upgrade in flooring and a 2-month delay.
Mr. Chair. And if there's any other kind of complications that they run into, during the processing, weather, being able to get supplies or whatever, then that could possibly also delay it, right?
100%, yes.
So it may not necessarily be a February date that you even that would be realistic.
Right.
Any further discussion? If not, are we clear on the motion? Okay, the vote is called. All those in favor, let it know by raising your hand. It's approved. Chair is now open for motion to enter closed session.
Mr. Chair,
I'll stop it.
I move that the Lenore County Board of Education go into closed session under North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11 to prevent the disclosure of confidential personnel files, to consult with the board's attorney in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege, and to consider matters relating to the initial employment of an individual employee.
A motion has been made by Dr. Starkey to enter closed session. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Ms. Davis. Any discussion? Not, vote is called. All those in favor, enter closed session. Let it know, raise your hand. We're now in closed session. Welcome back. Floor is now open for a recommendation about
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Hill.
Mayor, I need to recuse myself from the personnel vote as I have immediate family members within the personnel recommendation.
Okay, Mr. Hill is going to recuse himself. Is there a motion on personnel?
Mr. Chairman.
Sorry.
You do it.
Mr. Wiggins.
You started it. Go ahead.
Wait on you, Mr.
I'd like to
Wiggins.
make a motion that
Please, Mr. Wiggins.
we accept or approve personnel recommendations that our superintendent made.
Okay. We have a motion to approve the recommended. We have a motion to approve the personnel recommendations. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second by Mr. Britt. And a motion by Mr. Wood. Is there discussion? All those in favor, let them know by a show of hands. Personnel report is approved 6 with 1 abstaining. Chair recognizes Mr. Williams for some announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight, I would like to congratulate our administrators who are going to be new in their roles starting July 1st. First, I'll begin I'll mention our vacancies. First, I'll begin with the vacancy at Woodington Middle School for the principalship there. The new principal of Woodington Middle School, and I'll ask him to stand, is Mr. Jeremy Barnett. Mr. Barnett is one of our rising stars. He's done an outstanding job at Moss Hill Elementary School. Very strong principal. He's universally loved and respected there. It'll be a big loss at Moss Hill, but it certainly is Woodington's gain, and Moss Hill is going to be just fine, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But Mr. Barnett is eager to get started over at Woodington and just excited about these new opportunities. He's as I said, a rising star, and he aspires to move up through the ranks, and this is a big step in that process. So, Mr. Barnett, would you like to say anything?
Just thank you for the opportunity. Like I said, I have a strong bond to the community, Moss Hill, Southwood, Williamson, South Illinois. That's home to me, so being able to work in that community is always special. Leaving Moss Hill is tough. Moss Hill is a very special place, but so is Williamson. And I got big shoes to fill. I don't know if he's still in here, but got big shoes to fill. But Philip is my good friend, and I know that he will be there to help me any way that he can. So again, I thank you for the confidence that you've shown in me, and for giving me the opportunity to lead.
Thank you, sir. So the vacancy for LCPS Director of Federal Programs here at Central Services, as you board members know, and as you will now know, our current Director of Federal Programs, Ms. Beverly Key, has decided to retire. We wish her well on her retirement. She'll retire June 30th. And July 1st, the board has approved Mr. Richard Kerman, current principal of Northeast Elementary School, to step into that role. We believe that Mr. Kerman will be outstanding in that role, and he's excited, and he has just started his doctoral program, and I believe that he had a class tonight, but he certainly sends his best and is grateful for the opportunity. Next, the vacancy at Moss Hill Elementary School for principal. The new principal of Moss Hill Elementary School is Ms. Catherine Lynch. Ms. Lynch, would you stand? Ms. Lynch is our most veteran DLS and curriculum specialist. She's universally respected and adored among her colleagues there at Moss Hill and throughout the DLS community and curriculum specialist team here in Lenoir County Public Schools. If we're ever doing anything with curriculum development or digital learning, Catherine's going to be a big part of that. She's been a leader in teaching and learning for a very long time, and we're excited about her heading into this role. She's going to be an outstanding principal there at Moss Hill. She knows everything there is to know about Moss Hill, but she's going to bring to that. She is a former assistant principal. She chose several years ago, to request to step back to the classroom level and then the curriculum specialist DLS role when her children were smaller, and now they're graduated high school, and both are, and she's ready to go into this role, and she's really excited about the challenge. So Ms. Lynch, would you like to say something?
I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. I've had the privilege of working with some amazing administrators at Moss Hill, so I hope that I'll live up to them as well. So thank you again.
Thank you. All right, next, the vacancy for the principalship at Northeast Elementary School. Big shoes left there by Mr. Kerman. Under Mr. Kerman's leadership, teacher turnover has gone down. Student achievement numbers have increased. Growth has been consistent. Teacher satisfaction as measured by Teacher Working Conditions Survey data has increased dramatically. Number of parent programs has increased. The number of scholarship dollars also has increased dramatically. The greenhouse, the solar panel, you name it, they're on it and involved, and they're on fire for kids. So we celebrate that success, and we believe that this young leader is going to take the school even further. She's done amazing things at CSS, and she'll continue that. Ms. Nicole Hathaway is the new principal of Northeast Elementary School. Ms. Hathaway, would you stand, please? Would you like to?
I just want to say I'm very thankful to just serve here where I grew up. So I'm grown and now I get to pick that.
Thank you. All right, and our final administrative vacancy, the assistant principalship at Contentnia Savannah K-8 school, our second largest school in LCPS, very important school in our district, a high-flying school, and the vacancy created by the departure of Ms. Nicole Hathaway. The new assistant principal at CSS K-8 school is Ms. Caroline Sudras Stucker. Caroline has been with the LCPS for a long time. She's taught at LaGrange Elementary School. She's taught at Southwood Elementary School. She's worked at Woodington Middle School as well. She worked in Wake County for a brief time. We won't talk about that. No, that was good too. But she chose, that's an important word to me, she chose to come back to Lenore County and serve, and she's just loving it. She's on fire for kids. Graduate of Pirate Leadership Academy at East Carolina, graduate of North Carolina Principal Fellows Program, and East Carolina's Masters of School Administration program as well. So very proud of her. Every teaching assignment she's had, she's excelled with high growth and great things for kids, and she was an integral part of Woodington Middle School having its strongest achievement year in 16 years last year. So we're excited about that strong growth down there, and we know that she'll bring the same thing to CSS into that role, and Dr. Walston will be excited to have her out there. So congratulations. Would you like to say anything?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful and look forward to the challenge. And I've got big shoes to fill, but thank you again.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That concludes our round.
Are you guys cooking up something over there?
Not yet.
Talk about those two.
Well, we're working on something, but we'll let you know later.
All right. Well, congratulations to our new administrators. I would like to extend to Mrs. Key congratulations. Let her know that I said retirement is not for everybody. Okay? But we do wish her well, and congratulations to all of you.
And board members, we're having a breakfast for her on the 10th. If you're available, let Jesse know on the morning of the 10th. Jesse, what time? 8:30 on the 10th, and right here. I'll let her know if you can come. We're going to celebrate Miss Key and send her out in style.
Good.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
All right. Thank you.
With that, floor is open for a motion to adjourn.
Hold on, can I say something real quick? Well, just like you did last month for Mother's Day, I do want to wish all of our nice gentlemen on the board, as well as the gentlemen that work at Lenore County Public Schools, a very happy Father's Day this month. Thank you so much.
We appreciate that, and we'll wait for the card.
Okay.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Have a motion on Mr. Britt, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Alaki. All those in favor of adjourning, let us know by show of hands. We stand adjourned, ladies and gentlemen.